Afternoon all. Tuesday, March, listen to me, Tuesday, April 2nd, 2013. It's kind of windy out today. If you hear any beeping, it's because I got my short shorts on right today. I'm walking the Wolfie out. Springtime, and you know, horny boys fancy turns to love and all that, so get a couple beat downs today. So hope everybody's well. You know, yesterday it was so dark and gloomy, and then I woke up this morning and to the good overnight news that my best bud Riley is back on the tubes, which is great. So get me. I'm smiling and I'm happy today, and walking the Wolfie. You know, I checked the channel today, and you got to kind of figure out she's got two channels now. It was funny. We called channel 1 and channel channel 1 was the original one that started a couple of months ago, and now we have channel 2, which is the new and improved, and I hope you subscribe to it. You can find the she'll probably have a link up on channel 1, the Riley J. Astray channel, but she's a fun gal, and she's very watchable. I was so glad to have her on today. I had her cooking videos I was watching, and her explanatory video of coming back to the channel, and it was really good to see that, because she lays out, you know, what she expects from a YouTube channel, and I thought it was to the point. And I guess I'm one of those people. Some people like a short upload. I could listen to her talk all day. You know, because she has a very femme voice where I sound like I'm ready to go 12 rounds with it and everything, but it's great to have her back. And she said, you know, I want people on my channel that you know, enjoy watching me and are positive people, and I get that. You know, in the TG community in particular, there tends to be a lot of cattiness and things, and one-upsmanship, and who's a better TG than somebody else. And I think I've made it pretty clear on my uploads, because I think I'm in the vast middle ground of neither better than anybody nor worse than anybody. But I try to be respectful of everybody, and it's just it's great to have her back. And whether you have 1 subscriber or 8 million subscribers, you know, you want people around that are there to have fun, and not to make comments that are going to ruin your day. You want to have it be a positive experience, the YouTube stuff. And you know, at least to my way of thinking, if it's positive, it's fun. And she mentioned the old channel got so tough that she just decided to not take it down, but just start the other channel and try to build on a positive base. And hopefully she'll just have people on there that love her. A little sunny here. She'll have people there that just love her as the great gal that she is, and appreciate her uploads for what they are. They're entertainment, they're amusing, and you get a glimpse into her life, and I think that's fantastic. Anybody, anytime is willing to share their life with what are in effect perfect strangers, you know, will always have my gratitude, because I'm not nosy, but I like to know what people ticks, particularly in the TG community. And I've been kicking around the TG community for so long, and I can always learn something, and I don't mind just saying, you know, I want to know more, and I want to stick my nose in your business. And you might say, to hell with that. And there's a lot of guys that you know, I've gotten to know too, that I've learned a lot about. Starlight and some other people that have been with me since day one, and I feel like I have a positive channel because I do, you know, I think people by and large make positive comments on YouTube. At least that's been my experience. If you dislike something, you know, one great way to show your dislike without painting somebody on the channel, you have the thumbs up or thumbs down, but you know in your conscience if you're thumbing somebody down for a legitimate reason, or you're thumbing somebody down just to stick a knife in, or just to sort of wheedle somebody, or just hope they have a miserable day without going on the record with a comment. And you know, it's like you don't hear any more about Facebook or like us or don't like us on Facebook. Now it's either, and I don't have an account, now it's either like us or don't, you know, like us or don't do anything on Facebook. I kind of wish YouTube was the same way, that you know, you did away with the dislike button, and if you liked something you just gave it a thumbs up, and if you didn't, it just sat there in the hopper, and maybe the next person will like it. Because one thing that's really always been clear to me, and this goes back to the time I worked in retail for Sears Roebuck, and I had a retail store back east in the early 1980s, was that people have different tastes. And this is for sure. The sales guys would come into my retail store and they would say, Rosie, I wasn't Rosie back then, but they would say, you know, Clyde, you need to think about putting this stuff in your store. And I would be like, you must be out of your mind. I mean, I wouldn't put that under a circus tent, really? And they'd twist my arm, and a month later, you really should do this because this is doing good volume. And it was the most crappy sort of looking item. But you know what? When they finally twisted my arm enough, and I put it in the shop, it ended up being one of the, you know, one of the best-selling, sometimes the best-selling. There's no accounting for people's taste. This is why I assure all the girls out there that there's always somebody for you. There's 100 people out there for you that will accept you and love you the way you are, and will not be critical of you or try to change you. Because one thing we like to do as human beings, you know, and there's the old saying, God made man in his own image, and man's been trying to return the favor ever since. But I think the important thing, and one thing we can all learn a lesson on, is we have to accept people as they are. And if you don't accept them as they are, you always have the choice to move on and go on to other things that more fit you. One of the most irritating things is when people tweak and say, I like this, but blah blah blah. They're trying to shape things to their own taste, which is perfectly normal when you're a human being. You want to have things sort of tailored to fit you, and clothing has a lot of similarities with taste and entertainment. You want things set up the way you want to have it. If you have a favorite TV show, you hate it when it moves its night to a different night or a different time slot. It just doesn't suit you quite the way that it used to before. Well, I think YouTube's a lot of the same way. You know, there's so much to choose from out there that I think we can always find things that we like and want without trying to change things that maybe aren't particularly suited to us. But I feel like that's human nature a lot of times. So it's a long-winded way of just telling some of my philosophy of what friendship and what love means to me, and also to give my pal Riley a welcome back. Tell you weren't even gone 24 hours, but you were sorely, sorely missed, and you would have left a big gap and a big hole in a lot of lives on YouTube. Build your channel slowly. Build it the way you want. You are one of a kind, and there are tens of thousands of people that will absolutely adore stumbling on that channel and seeing what you're all about. Okay? So thanks, babe, and thanks everybody for watching, and have a good one.